passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So South Carolina's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. To the air, it's Slater. On the move to his left. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Sooners offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Looking to throw, it's Barrow. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Going to the run, it's Ambrose. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Slater. Complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Sooners! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Smashes through. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by them.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. On third down, going up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Kramer. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense lining up quickly. Off the play fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Slater. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. He's got his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. Fires to the tight end. And sure, tackle him there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Using his legs, it's Blair. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old grade Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Back to pass, it's Barrow. Got a man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Tempo and overdrive. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The give out of the gun. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to go up top. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Let's it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. The circle of life in college.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. fights off a defender.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. To the air, it's Barrow. Get it out on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with second and 11. The pull and throw off the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Out of the shotgun on third down. Might be looking to run. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Pulls it, fired complete. Speeding down the left side. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here comes the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Blair. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Sooners have this offense rolling.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Barrow. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush on the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
He'll pull it on the read. And the Sooners will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Rodriguez. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious. He is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
One of the things I love about this QB as a runner is not just his athleticism, but how tough he is. He can run in between the tackles in the middle of the field, push the pile, break tackles. Linebackers are trying to bring him down. He just keeps his feet driving. That is impressive.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Slater. Looking for an open area to his left. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Zings it complete to the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Option look. It's Slater. And he probably should have left that one with the back as he is just smashed in the backfield. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they got him for the sack.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. And the ball comes to rest right there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
Got it in the middle. It's Rodriguez.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Looking to throw, it's Barrow. Got it set up on the outside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe for 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
they'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll do it himself. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Wants to throw. It's Slater. Makes his connection. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Ambrose. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it on the move. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to pass. It's Slater. Got it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And welcome to the offensive showcase, my friend. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third down play from the gun. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. These quarterbacks have been spinning that ball so far, but just when you think you got to drop 5 or 6 into coverage, these dual threat QBs can burn you on the ground. I think realistically, the defense that's able to best contain one of those aspects is going to be the defense that breaks serve and finds a path to victory. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Barrow. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Blair. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his production.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper in plastic and sacked.
And how about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly. You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
This is a 3rd and long. Now they'll run the draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Sooners will call on their punt team. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Slater. He wants to take the top off. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big, fat no. They're trailing by 15 to Navy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in normal.
And the Sooners want to move quickly. Looking to throw on third. He makes the connection. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Trying to barge in. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way deciding who wins a football game.
Looking downfield, it's Slater. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense is...
Oh, there's the ball! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Well, it's one thing not to get the touchdown when you get into the red zone, but to turn it over and get nothing, That can be devastating.
Yeah, you just got to know the situation, Reese. You're at least going to try and kick a field goal and take the lead at this juncture of the football game here in the second half. But down in the red zone, we just got to do a better job with ball security. That is a missed opportunity for the offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Using the quick game. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be brought down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a point.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Dropping back, it's Barrow. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. On the ground, it's Ambrose. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think because of this offense's inability to run the football, I think play action is going to be a little bit trickier and harder for them to now pull off because this defense is just not expecting run, or they're not afraid of their ability to run the football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Kyle.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Quickly to the tight end. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Off play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This guy is special. What a target and what a knack for finding the end zone. He might just rewrite the record book before he's done in Norman.
Man, that's a famous record book. We could go down the list of so many big-time players just in the last several years, whether it's Hollywood Brown, CeeDee Lamb. We can keep going. The list goes on and on and on. But just guys that make plays and quarterbacks that trust their receivers. Because you know why? Because they do that.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 40 to Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Slater. Buying some time. Got room at the 35. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away with the win.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Safe completion on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get routed down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run it on the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Slater. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Quick strike complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Just about set to kick it away. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Slater. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The play action fake. Got him downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Slater. Now improvising. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're trying to get to it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw it big? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Rodriguez. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Touchdown Sooner! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame.
He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 21-yard line.
Looking downfield, it's Slater. Gets it out quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it down the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little extra time. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? He'll do it himself. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The run from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? The RPO, it's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49.
First down for the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They want that clock to run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll throw it on first down. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Setting up the screen. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking for a man. It's Slater. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.